and they have to face what I think is the best defensive front in the entire UFL tonight, including last year's Defensive Player of the Year, Breland Speaks. So a huge challenge.
All right, we'll see if they have a bounce-back game as Deion Kane takes the opening kickoff. Good return out to midfield, and so great starting field position for Alex Magoo and the Birmingham Stallions. Replacing Alex Magoo here on 2nd and 9. Hands it off, Ricky Person. Person bouncing off tackles, first down and more. And a big run by Person. Harrison Mevis on to try it from 36 yards away, their new kicker, and he gets it through. And so Birmingham takes the opening possession, their quarterback.
Here's the second best defense in the league a year ago, total and scoring, and they're looking for those guys to have big years.
Here's Matthew Colburn, the first carry of the game, slips a tackle and picks up a first down. Big run on his first carry, 16 yards. And they were the only team in the USFL division to win last week. Here comes the blitz. Perkins scrambling, gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Michigan's pooch punt worked. Ricky Person going to be dropped for a yard loss. Let's check it with Ginny on Alex Magoo. So it gives Michigan a fresh set of downs. The little end around, Marcus Sims, and Birmingham not fooled at all. Ronnie Perkins, who's had a nice start to this game. Davion Davis back deep for Birmingham. Good kick. Davis on the run. Slips tackles. Flag is down. He's got running room. Ball comes out. Birmingham recovers. Let's see what the penalty marker's for as well. And instead, Matt Corral remains the quarterback. Hands it off. Ricky Person cuts it back inside. Person, a nice 9-yard gain on first down. Draw play. Roundtree beat up in the backfield. Big loss of 3 yards on the play.
Needs a completion to try to help this field goal attempt that's about to happen.
They get it off. All kinds of time. And it's intercepted. DJ Miller, who's been the defender of the half so far, gets the turnover.
180. What's that?
4-man rush. Edling still brought down for the sack. The pressure continues to come from Birmingham, and it continues to get there.
He's 6'3", 260 pounds, and that was a beautiful rush.
Close to being blocked, but Seth Vernon gets that one off. Davion Davis slips tackles along the sideline, stays in bounds. Finally wrestled out of bounds. Good return. And right down the middle. A little pushing and shoving afterwards, but it won't matter.
We're so used to the Stallions having such a great offense, and to see them struggle a little bit is jarring, but the defense has held their end of the bargain.
Here's Devin Ross bringing it out to the 32-yard line. Danny Edling comes back out to finish out this first half for Michigan.
180. What's that?
Perkins over the middle, too high, and intercepted. A.J. Thomas with the pick, and he laterals it. Hands it off to the big fella, Perion Winfrey. And a big return after a big pick for Birmingham. So they line up with the tight end and 2 backs. They hand it off. Ricky Person, plenty of room, and touchdown. It was the big tight end, Marcus Barr, that made the block that sprung him free. Person goes in untouched, and Birmingham has now extended the lead to 2 possessions.
Well, what I love here is it's a little bit of a wrinkle. They stuck both tight ends on this.
Terrible, sir.
McCrary gets the first down. Right to midfield before Thomas makes the tackle. First down from the Birmingham 38.
180. What's up?
Colburn keeps it. They're picking it up in chunks now, Joel. Will it set up a Michigan score?
Terrible set.
McCrary hitting the backfield. Loss of 3. JoJo Tillery and company were there. From the 1. McCrary again hitting the backfield, and Birmingham makes the stop.
He reads the linebacker underneath, and as soon as Sternberger breaks on that route, the ball is there.
Here's Larry Roundtree. He's caught for a loss of a yard. Corral throws it along the sideline. Cade Johnson makes, well, there's a decision. Yes, he made the grab. So Birmingham continues the drive. Person going to be stopped. Loses a yard on the play. He's starting to heat up. A perfect 7 for 7 in that third quarter. Going deep. Kane got it. Touchdown, Birmingham.
Ball's on the left. Hey, I blame you.
I tell you, Kane ran this one absolutely perfect. So here's Kane on the outside. All right, and you see him go inside, and then he gets to the outside hip of the defensive back, Levante Taylor, and then that ball was perfectly thrown, and he did not have to break stride. Matt Corral put plenty of air on that, and then Deon Kane just runs right under it and never breaks stride. That is as pretty as you can get. Birmingham didn't try to go for 1 to make it a 19-0 game after that Deon Kane touchdown. They went for 2. That's kind of their MO, but it left it a 2-possession game.
Perkins over the middle, wide open. Siosi Mariner down to the 20-yard line.
Down the seam, and how about Mariner with the toughness, knowing he's going to get hit, and he held on.
Longest play of the night for Michigan. And they follow it up with a short 1-yard run. Ball is out.
If you go back to last year, Birmingham has scored 46 straight points dating back to that playoff game against Michigan.
Colburn caught in the backfield. Another good defensive play by this Birmingham team this time.
Terrible set.
Perkins in the pocket, escapes, finds a way to stay alive and gets the touchdown.
He's dead to rights in the pocket. Great pressure again from this defensive line. Ronnie Perkins can't get him down, and then he stays alive, and at the last second just flips it to the back of the end zone.
Corral going deep. Hand fighting, and it's picked off. DJ Miller. I mean, yeah, Dan Campbell goes for it on 4th down as much as anybody. Exactly. Birmingham will try and run out the clock. So Harrison Mevis, who's got a couple of field goals already in this game, will try to make it a 2-possession game, and he does with 1:53 left on the clock.
180. What's up?
Perkins steps up. Complete. Samson Nakua with the catch.
Now they better get up there. They've got to spike the ball.
And he was 2 for 4 last week. Both his misses were from 50+. Perkins caught from behind and sacked.
That's
an eye.
That is a
yes.
killer. You cannot.
3rd sack of the game.
Man, this Stallions team, we've talked about it all night. They have been.
Potter from 39 yards out. And he makes it. And so now it is a 1-possession game.
My goodness, this is a team that they just cannot beat.
6 straight head-to-head victories for Birmingham, and the defending champions get their first win of the season, a bounce back from last week's dismal performance